Most people think a silent voice is a love story. An introvert boy Ishida and a deaf girl Nishimiya. Redemption. Romance. A happy ending. But if that, all you saw, you did truly watch a silent voice. Because this film isn't about love. It is about guilt and the terrifying reality of living with the consequences of who you once were. Today, we're not retelling the story. We're breaking down what this anime is really trying to say.
The reason a silent voice is misunderstood is simple. We're used to easy labels. If two characters grow close, we call it romance. If someone apologizes, we call it redemption. If the ending is tragic, we call it hope. But a silent voice rejects simplicity. It does give you clear villain. It doesn't give you clean forgiveness. And it definitely doesn't give you comfort. Instead, it forces you to sit with something most stories avoid: the long-term weight of guilt. The word silent in this story has nothing to do with hearing alone. Silent here means emotions you cannot express, apologies you do not believe you deserve, pain that does not ask for attention. The loudest screams in this film are the ones never spoken. Characters talk, but they do not communicate. They smile, but do not heal. They move forward, but remain trapped. That is why the movie feels heavy even in quiet moments, because silence is not peaceful here. It's suffocating. Most stories about bullying create monsters. Someone cruel, someone heartless. But a silent voice does something far more disturbing. It shows bullying as something ordinary. Children who don't understand consequences, people who follow the crowd, teachers who stay silent. And that is uncomfortable because it feels real. The film never says, this person is evil. Instead, it asks a scarier question: what if harm can be caused without hatred? The most important thing to understand about this anime is this: the punishment doesn't come from society. It comes from within. There is no courtroom, no prison, no dramatic revenge. Just a mind that refuses to forget. Guilt in this story isn't loud. It doesn't shout, it whispers. It shows up in avoidance, in social anxiety, in self-sabotage. And the scariest part? No one else can see it. Most redemption stories feel good. You apologize. You change. You are forgiven. But a silent voice refuses to romanticize redemption. Here, growth is awkward, painful, incomplete. Forgiveness isn't guaranteed. Trust isn't automatic. And sometimes you do everything right and still feel broken. That is closer to real life than we like to admit.
At its core, this story is not about repairing relationships. It is about surviving yourself. Because the hardest forgiveness is not from others. It is from your own conscience. And this anime asks a brutal question. Do you deserve to move on from who you were? Not everyone believes the answer is yes. That internal conflict is why this story stays with you long after it ends. When you are younger, a silent voice feels sad. When you are older, it feels personal. Because adulthood comes with memories you cannot rewrite. Things you said, things you ignore, people you hurt without meaning to. And this anime does not offer closure. It offers recognition. It tells you, you are not alone in carrying that weight. So no, a silent voice is not a love story. It is a story about living after mistake, about learning to exist with guilt instead of letting it destroy you. This anime teaches us the importance of socializing with others. Our dear Jiraiya sensei once said people should talk to others every day, even if it's small talk. Otherwise their heart grow dark and serious. Talking to others builds bonds and makes you feel grateful that you are alive. That is the kind of creatures we humans are. Some pain does not bleed. Some wounds do not scream. They just stay silent. And maybe that is why this anime never truly ends, because neither does guilt.